Hi, today is Wednesday, February 19th, 2025. As usual, I'm just roaming inside my labor union's office to try to, to have another session of reading on English material on a daily basis. Today, I was certainly interested in the fake goods coming from Turkey. When I visited Turkey in 2013, I came across a lot of fake goods in the Grand Bazaar in Istanbul and another beautiful markets in Antalya, right? Antalya, which is a very beautiful port city in the western part of Turkey, I think, like western part, I think, or middle part, I don't know. And I heard that fake goods are allowed in general in Turkey. So next time I visit there, I would like to buy some fake goods, especially leather goods like belts, female bags for women, and maybe leather jackets for winter, like windbreaker. So let's find out if that's true or not. This article, I just searched it, found it on the internet 30 seconds ago, and this report is from World Trademark Review, right? And it was prepared recently, rather recently, 2019, September 30th. 12 counterfeit hotspots in Turkey that rights holders must be aware of. The Turkey is a very proud people. They are very proud of their leathery business, and they are very proud of being a big brother in the Middle East and the Arabic countries and Persia. And they are very proud of their military power. But currently they are going through a very tough economic time because of the American influence. The USA crippled the Turkish economy, and the current President Erdogan is also handling the economy of Turkey some strange way. So, but I feel that there is some opportunity to make money, make a huge money in Turkey if I go there. In the next part of our regular series on marketplaces across the world that reportedly engage in the trade of counterfeit goods, we head to Turkey. Due to Turkey's geopolitical position as a crossover between two continents, and with its 82 million population, it is frequently used as a step for traveling counterfeit products to the European market. In this sense, Turkey serves as a bridge between the international commerce networks. I think among the international commerce networks is more appropriate expressions. In this sense, or in this regard, or some other expressions. It is unsurprising then that Turkey is the second largest counterfeit product market in the world, with a turnover of approximately $3 billion, particularly in metropolis and tourist regions. The counterfeit product range is wide in Turkey, right? Ranging from medicine to cosmetics, electronics to automotive parts, and clothing to cigarettes. For that reason, we reached out to Ahmet Akülügülü and Gizem Akuguloglu from ATG law firm to garner insight into what rights holders need to know to tackle fake goods in Turkey and find out which physical markets must be on enforcement radars. In a nutshell, what should a rights holder know about enforcing against counterfeit goods in Turkey? In Turkey, intellectual property rights are protected under new IP law, IPL, numbered 6769, having entered into force as of 10th January 2017. New IPL changed the decree laws and also collected the trademarks, patents, geographical indications, and industrial designs under a single roof. Okay. In the face of such a large and growing counterfeit sector, trademark owners can protect their rights in Turkey through criminal lawsuits and police raids, civil lawsuits, or customs actions initiated against the counterfeiters within the scope of Turkish trademark legislation. Therefore, in-depth investigation should be undertaken to protect intellectual property rights within this geographically important territory. All legal measures should be considered together, and the best legal action must be taken for the concrete case. For the concrete case, right? For the concrete case. For the concrete case. It should be noted that for protection under the IPL against counterfeiting matters, registration before the Turkish Patent and Trademark Office is a must. On the other hand, please note that a notarized and apostilled power of attorney is necessary for all the civil and criminal lawsuits, as well as for the action which will be taken before customs. The right holders can protect their rights against the counterfeiters with the following methods in Turkey: criminal lawsuits and raid actions, civil lawsuits, customs actions. Details of those are presented below. Courts, pursuant to Article 30 of the IPL, infringers of the intellectual property rights shall be sentenced from 1 year to 3 years of imprisonment and punished with a judicial fine. Pursuant, so 1 to 3 years, right? Pursuant to Article 116 of the Law of Criminal Procedure, the rights owner can request for a search at the workplaces of the counterfeiters. In addition to that, according to Article 149 of the IPL, the right owner can request for confiscation of the fake goods. That's good, right? There are some key considerations worth noting regarding the raid actions against counterfeiters. Firstly, it is useful to determine the suspected targets and where the counterfeit products are located. In order to detect them, working with investigators is recommended in practice. As mentioned above, since the production and the sale of the counterfeit products in Turkey is extensive, there are counterfeiters who want to escape from possible legal actions, keep significant numbers of counterfeit products in secret warehouses. Therefore, investigations need to be conducted very forbearingly, detailed, and carefully. I think strongly enforced, right? Strongly enforced, and carefully planned and thoroughly raided, forbearingly, forbidden, right? Forbiddingly, or cripplingly, right? You need to cripple the counterfeiters first before you just make raids on their warehouses. Secondly, obtaining evidence about the targets before the raids is very important. To be able to get a search and seize warrant from the court. To get a search and seizure warrant from the court, there must be obvious evidence regarding the counterfeiting, whether sample products, invoices taken from the counterfeiter, credit card slips, detailed photos of the target, and an expert's report comparing the differences between a counterfeit and a genuine product, exact addresses, etc. Sometimes it can be difficult to get invoices since the counterfeiters refrain from issuing them to avoid possible raid actions. Although it is possible to obtain invoices, there are no hidden warehouse addresses on the relevant invoices. In such cases, corroborating evidence such as photos, witness statements, and the relation between the counterfeiter's showroom and warehouse can be explained to the court, witness statements. Thirdly, once the targets are identified, their criminal complaint is filed before the public prosecutor's office. When the criminal courts of peace court issues a search and seizure warrant, the raid is conducted with attendance of the right holders' representatives and police officers. In order to avoid corrupting other raid operations, simultaneous raids are recommended if there is more than one target belonging to the same counterfeiter in different regions, or if there is more than one target belonging to the one counterfeiter in the same region. After the raid operation, the matter becomes a criminal lawsuit. At the end of criminal proceedings, the court can order the destruction or confiscation of the counterfeit goods. Usually, rights holders choose to build their strategies on criminal action procedure, since following the path of criminal action is quicker and cost efficient. There is no official fee for the criminal cases and the raid operations. There is also zero cost for the storage of the seized counterfeited products. The right holders cover the transportation expense of the seized counterfeited products, which does not cause very high costs. On the other hand, working in cooperation with a police department specialized in intellectual property rights can bring successful conclusions, and this cooperation is highly recommended in practice. These police departments exist in the largest Turkish cities such as Istanbul, Ankara, Izmir, Antalya, etc. Civil lawsuits. The rights holder may ask for prevention and cessation of trademark infringement based on its registered trademark right. To be able to immediately stop an infringing activity while the court action is pending, preliminary injunctions are available, right? Preliminary stoppage injunctions, court injunctions. Preliminary injunctions are also available. As explained previously, the evidence and the investigations are important. In cases where the ongoing or potential infringement is proven, the courts generally grant preliminary injunction decisions in order to prevent or stop an infringing activity. The court generally requires the claimant to deposit a guarantee amount, claimant, the basic aim of which is to indemnify the defendant. Indemnify the defendant, right? In case the defendant is found not guilty, this guaranteed amount will be bestowed or transferred to the defendant. So claimants, it becomes claimant's loss. Right. Such amount is kept by the court until the case is finalized and is returned to the claimant in the case that the defendant does not file any action for its losses. However, it's more costly and results in a longer period than criminal cases. Furthermore, if the opposing party is not a well-established company, it is not possible to receive compensation at the end of the civil lawsuit. Opposing party, the opposing party. Claimant, the opposing party. There is also the option of sending a cease and desist letter. This may be a cost-effective solution for the client to try sending a cease and desist letter, right? I've encountered the word desist several times, but rarely, right? Rarely. So let's look for the word desist. Desist, and the exact pronunciation. Desist.
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 Desist. Desist. Stop. Cease. Dismiss. Quit. Finish. Desist. Stop. Hold. Desist. Same thing. Desist. 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 Right? So where were we? Well, filing application highly recommended by filing customs, right? There's also the option of sending a cease and desist letter. Cease and desist letter. This may be a cost-effective solution for the client to try. Customs. By filing an application at the Ministry of Customs, all customs of Turkey can be reached, and it is possible to protect the trademark before each customs office. Protect the trademark before each customs office, right? I think they can protect the trademark by the customs office by notifying them of the infringement. There's no administrative fee for filing an application. In this context, filing an application is highly recommended if there is a solid evidence showing that importing products violate the rights of trademark owners. They can be stopped in ex officio and seized by the customs. Upon detection of suspected counterfeit goods, the customs office issues a suspension decision and directly notifies the rights holder or its recorded representative. In case the seized goods are confirmed to be counterfeit, then the civil or criminal court procedure starts. If the rights owner and owner of the goods meet on a mutual point, in the middle point, right? In the midpoint, the counterfeit goods may be destroyed without issuing a court order, which is called as simplified destruction. On the other hand, attending training arranged by the customs offices all over Turkey is a good opportunity to establish brand awareness in the eyes of customs officers and also to help them to compare the original and the counterfeit goods. Hence, attending this training is highly recommended. I don't know, it's a bit confusing. You as a rights holder attend the training session where the customs officials train and you just inject your brand awareness, right? In that case, you are just hoping officers will catch criminals and catch the illegal counterfeits and notify you and help pick the criminals and get rid of them. Does landlord liability exist in Turkey? There's no regulation regarding the liability of the landlord. Are there any local dedicated anti-counterfeiting associations or organizations in Turkey? Unfortunately, there is not a dedicated anti-counterfeiting associations or organizations in Turkey. Counterfeit hotspots you should know in Turkey. Turkey is a sprawling country with physical marketplaces selling fake goods spread across the entire area. For that reason, we have split up the markets across different areas of the country. Istanbul. As it is well known, Istanbul is the center of trade, production, and biggest market in Turkey. Also, it is the major transportation hub in the region for all types of products, with major airports, seaports, and land transport routes. Moreover, Istanbul is the region with the highest production and sales of counterfeit products. Grand Bazaar, yeah, I've been there once. I would like to visit there and shop there for, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours and eat at a nearby park. Turkey has nice ice cream and pite, like a baguette, Turkish baguette, and some other kebab, right? Usually, I like a kebab in the like a sandwich or hot dog style. Grand Bazaar location. Grand Bazaar with its traditional name, Kapalikasi, being one of the largest and oldest covered bazaars in the world, is located in the very center of Istanbul. The Grand Bazaar is a frequent destination for tourists. The Grand Bazaar is 30,700 square meters with over 60 streets and alleys and 4,000 shops. There are many hidden corners, showrooms in the Grand Bazaar, located at different places than the regular shops. Wow. Counterfeit risk factor very high. Fakes known to be sold there, right? Not known, but known to be sold. Mostly fashion fakes, including clothes. For example, Balenciaga, Burberry, Dolce Gabbana, Versace, Tommy Hilfiger, Calvin Klein, Gucci, D squared 2, Fendi, Giorgio Armani, Supreme, Moncler, Canada Goose, Lacoste, Hugo Boss, Tommy Hilfiger. Footwear, for example, Alexander McQueen, Giuseppe Zanotti, Hermes, Balenciaga. Bags, wallets, belts, watches. For example, Rolex, Audemars Piguet, GC Guess, Omega, Tag Heuer. Click to view images from inside the Grand Bazaar, as well as examples of fake goods and wallets. Challenges for brand owners. The determination of the exact addresses is very difficult since the counterfeiters hide the door numbers. If the exact address cannot be determined, it is not possible to get a search and seizure warrant from the court. Seizure warrant. Furthermore, during the shopping, counterfeiters use each other's swiping machine. Recommendations to brand owners. Working with investigation firms is recommended. Yeah, let's check out the Grand Bazaar. Yeah, there are many fake goods, and the lanterns are beautiful. And Yeah, they are very good, right? Grand Bazaar in Istanbul is one of the oldest covered markets in the world. Star Arena location, a shopping center in Merter, Istanbul. Counterfeit risk factor very high. Fakes known to be sold there, mostly fashion fakes, including clothes, footwear, bags, wallets, and belts. Challenges for brand owners. There is a strong communication between the counterfeiters. The investigation must be conducted very carefully. Recommendations: make a set of rather big purchases of products in order to get into contact with the infringers and obtain their details. Infringers, right? Claimant, the opposing party, defendants. Küçük Messi. Location. The hidden warehouse is located Küçük Messi, Istanbul. Here are many warehouses in this area. Counterfeit risk factor very high. Fakes known to be sold there, mostly fake perfumes, cosmetics, especially L'Oreal, LVMH group brands, and cleaning products. Recommendations: make a set of a rather big purchase of products in order to get into contact with infringers and obtain their details. Working with the investigation firms is also recommended. Well, today I will stop here, and there are several expressions that I would like to remember. Desist, right? Desist. And the claimant, right? Defendant. Seizure orders, seizure warrant, raid, police raids, infringement, rights holders, brand awareness. Well, that's it. Thanks for listening and have a wonderful hump day.